Hi Deets, and welcome back to my channel, Darrice's Daily Deets about LV, where I give you all of the deets on working for LV as a remote client advisor. And if you have not hit the subscribe button to this channel, go ahead and do that because, of course, I want to continue to grow here on this platform. We're still in the very beginning stages. This is just going to be a safe space to discuss all things LV. Of course, I'll make sure you guys are commenting, hitting the thumbs up button, and just engaging with me because I'm going to continue to grow here on this platform by you doing just that. And it really means a lot. So without further ado, we're going to just go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so guys, yes, this is my second video on this channel. If you could kind of just see, the first one was really me just giving a deep dive into like the hiring process, a backstory, and all of that. And then I do have another channel called Darrice's Daily Deets, and this is kind of almost just like a, not a continuation, but just like another segment to that channel. I can't even think of the right word right now, but yeah, so I have some notes here today because this video is going to really just focus on the key differences between working in a remote environment and then the in-store environment, and really kind of just talking about the major differences there because there are some key differences. But I want to go ahead and first just say thank you guys so much for all your comments and feedback on that last video. I purposely did not do a follow-up video because I wanted to really see and get a gauge for the kind of information that you guys wanted. And surprisingly, a lot of the feedback and information was more so, about the hiring process and where you guys were in the process and things like that. And then I even had some equipment questions and things. So really good feedback. So I'm really happy that I put that video out there. And now we can go ahead and just kind of just talk about another facet of working for LV. So biggest differences. Now, of course, the biggest difference is that you're not in the store. If you're remote, you're working remotely. And with that being said, there are some things that there's benefits, pros, cons, and we'll do that in a separate video. But I really just want to focus on, because this is going to help you guys who are trying to get jobs or get hired to see what would be the best fit for you. Now, another key difference is if you're a person that really likes to look nice, you want the whole LV aesthetic, I don't think working remotely is going to be for you because, to be honest, we don't get anything except for the equipment to show that we work for Louis Vuitton. And when I say the equipment, we get a background that says LV. Now, I know when you work in store, you guys get uniforms. Well, not you guys, but the client advisors in store, they get the uniforms, they get bags. I even hear they get shoes. They have to have a certain look and everything every day. We don't have any of those requirements. And I say this to say because a lot of times when people think of working for Louis Vuitton, that is honestly the main thing that they think about. They think of the aesthetic. They think of the whole prestige that kind of comes with saying you work for the fashion house. And when you work remotely, it really does take away from that. And it almost kind of you almost can forget that you're even working for Louis Vuitton. And again, that's another story for another day because we just are not getting really any of that. We're not seeing it. You're essentially in your living room. So that, I would say, is going to be another key major difference between working in store and working remotely. And then, of course, all right, and then which brings me to the next point. Working in store, you will only be getting interactions mainly from clients that are coming in store. Working remotely, you're getting everything. So here's what I mean by that. We handle all calls on behalf of the store retail locations. I honestly feel like I'm at work just saying that. So anytime that you think that you're calling the store, you're calling client services. And when you do that, a lot of times it can get really confusing for the clients. When you're in store, you're not going to have to deal with that because they are coming in store. Another thing that I want to say to piggyback off of that is the client advisors in store are not majority of the time even aware of that process. So they will give out the number to the clients. And guess who's getting those calls? Me. And guess what they're saying to me? Wait, the person that I worked with gave me this number. Why? I thought I was calling a store. How did I get you? So if you work in store, you're not going to get that. You just won't. That's one thing that you will avoid. And it may be worth the avoidance. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on from there, because I know after this video, you guys are probably going to have some more questions. Now, along with the fact that, you know, we also are, you know, taking on these calls, we're working longer hours. We are. We're working just your typical Monday through Friday. We either have to work a Saturday or a Sunday, and we're working 9-hour days. I mean, we get an hour lunch, but we work really long hours. From what I'm seeing and from what I'm hearing in store, I can look at the store hours and tell you that they're not our hours. They're not. If you're a person that does not want to work a 9-hour day, because that's essentially what you're doing when you take out your lunch, there you don't get you know, if you're okay with working longer hours, then that's great. If you want to have a more condensed day and you know, work less hours, then there you go. That's going to be a big difference. I mean, we're open at 8 a.m. The stores sometimes honestly, the stores don't even open till 11 o'clock. Now, if they get there a little early, okay, they're not getting there at 8 a.m. I mean, of course, we may be getting off a little earlier than them, but at the same time, the stores are typically only open, from what I see, like 11 to 7 p.m. That's it. And that's on a consistent basis. Client services is open before the store opens and after the store closes. I think the latest we're open till 10 p.m. No, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, you know, a pretty lengthy day. So, like I say, from what I'm hearing and from even the videos that I watch here on YouTube, when you're working in store, sometimes you're not even typically working a 40-hour work week. So if that's appealing to you, you might want to go in store. And then the last key major difference that I really want to touch on in this video is you will not be getting invited to those in-store events. Again, that all kind of is what you think about when you think about the aesthetic of working for, you know, the LVMH brand. Now, when I say that, there are times where I'll get calls and I'm like, wait, I didn't know anything about this. But yeah, some of our store locations, they will have like really nice events. I know one in Vegas has an exhibit or something upstairs. And I'm like, oh, so you don't get, of course, any of that access. You just don't. I'm not sure if maybe you possibly work in, no, because even there's a location here where I'm at in Cleveland and I don't get any invites to any in-store events, and it's only about 15 minutes up the road for me. So again, so just really take a look at that, because those are going to be some of the main different components. And so you have to really look at what you want to look at from, you know, your personal standpoint and what you need, you know, to advance. Because a lot of times, like I said, when you think about working for Louis Vuitton, those are the things that you think of. And when you're working remotely, you're not getting any of that. And I'm being completely transparent with you, completely honest with you. So if you have any further questions in regards to this video, make sure you leave them in the comments, because you guys have been really good about doing that. And then we'll kind of get into a little more in-depth pros and cons once I get the feedback from this one, just so I kind of can see where you guys are at, what kind of questions you guys may have for future videos. So if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.